Hey guys, it is 12:19 p.m. on the 29th day of November, which makes this the second to last day of NaNoWriMo. I've been up for closing in on an hour at this point. I went to sleep at 6:30-ish, give or take. The last entry that I have for the book I was working on was 6:16 a.m., so I went to sleep sometime shortly after that. In order to reset my sleep schedule, and I had my alarm set for 2:30, but here we are. So, but believe it or not, I actually feel more awake than I do, than I have most of the previous days where I've gotten, when I've slept during the night, because I like being a night owl, and that's just how it is. I am all kinds of stuffed up, and that's super thrilling. But I don't have a massive headache or anything like that, which I suppose is the plus, because it means that it's not a sinus headache again. I would like to not be knocked down a few pegs again right here at the end. But this morning the only book I worked on was Dom's book, and I made a nice amount of progress there so far. I'm going to try to hit 50k on this one today, and I don't promise that, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll make it through the whole day without needing a nap because of the fact that I'm awake right now, but we'll see. So I'm planning on doing that. I'm going to do some editing and cut to the kill. Those are the two things that I am 100% guaranteed to do. I would like to do some editing on Ashes in the Light, and I would like to do some writing in The Spectator and some writing in the past tense rewrite of Man of Darkness, but we will see. It mostly starts with how long it takes me to hit 50k on this, and or if that's even possible today, but we'll see. So I think the only thing I'm going to do on the computer before I switch over to Sims is hook up the microphone and see how Google Docs handles it, to see if I can do the speech-to-text thing through the desktop. I actually thought about trying it again on the tablet with the microphone connected, but I haven't gotten around to that just yet. So I think I'm going to do that on Man of Darkness, see what happens, and I'll record it when it goes so you guys can see if that actually works better or not. But I am going to go make coffee and breakfast and possibly take an allergy pill or something for a stuffy nose, and hopefully I'll be able to breathe again. But until then, I'm just going to be writing and editing and all that thrilling jazz, and in between that I'll be playing Sims, and then I will see you guys when I have an update to give, presumably first on Man of Darkness and then on Dom's book until I hit 50k. So I shall see you hopefully soonish. Alright, so I've turned on the computer here and plugged in the microphone, and as you can see, this is actually moving, which means that it has registered that the Yeti is connected, which is a plus. So over here, I don't know how well this will work. So I have the original up here, and I'm going to attempt to read it in past tense with the speak feature and see what happens. Sorry, I gotta hold you up this way. Okay, hold on. So, as full disclosure, I'm not like rewording stuff at the moment. I'm just basically switching the tenses and reading it mostly word for word. There have been a few times where I've changed something because it just makes no sense as it is, but for the most part I'm just reading it in past tense and then fixing stuff in later edits. So, but let's see how this works compared to the tablet. Miles pushed his glasses up on his nose and locked his hands behind his head as he paced the length of his little office.
Miles pushed his glasses up on his nose and locked his hands behind his head as he paced the length of his little office. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Guys, I might actually be able to use this feature when I'm here alone. Oh, and it's telling me over here. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to do this for a little while, make some progress on here. I'm also going to open up my tablet and work on writing Dom's book in between, and then I will update you guys when I have an update for either of these two. Alrighty, so here's progress from Man of Darkness. That went surprisingly well compared to what I was expecting. It had a little bit of, I don't want to call it a learning curve, but it did have parts that I had to work around. There's no way to have it put in a quotation mark for you. And if you put a quotation mark and then speak into it, it always puts a space and then the word. So then I would have to backspace, so instead I ended up typing the first word. If you indent and then speak, it indents and then puts a space and then writes the words, so I also had to delete those, and then worked around that. But it did go relatively okay, and it worked pretty well. Especially compared to how it was on the tablet. And then The Spectator, I've made some actual progress there, which hasn't happened in a while. I don't even remember. That's not too bad. The other books have definitely been abandoned for longer, to say the least. But that puts me at over 6,000 words so far, including the one for Dom's book. But at this point, I'm going to make another cup of coffee, and then I'm going to wash dishes, and then I'm going to come back and either keep working on The Spectator or move on to Dom's book. I'm in a relatively nice spot in The Spectator right now, so I might work on that and go from there. I also need to copy and paste stuff into here to claim my official win. I also need to do that on my edit account, so I might do those today, so that way I don't forget tomorrow. And then I'll see you guys at some point when I have another update to give.